Hello YouTube, it's been a while, so let's get started. I am now on T for 1 year and 10 months, and I thought I'd make an update video now because the 2-year video will be a slideshow with all my pictures of hair growth and body changes. I'm finally working on getting the software for that, so that will be my timeline. Um, just as updates, everything's pretty much the same. My hair is finally coming in the way I would like it to. I'm shaving probably about every other day to every 2 days. It doesn't come in full. It's still really patchy, so I'm still having some peach fuzz issues coming through. I get it really nice and thick on the bottom of my chin, throat area. My sideburns coming down to here on both sides, but on this side it comes down, but it also comes this way. And on this way it comes down, and there's like 5 hairs that come this way. So it's kind of I gotta shave it because it just doesn't look good. So until it comes in thicker and fuller, I'm probably not going to be showing a lot of facial hair. And I've already pulled the camera to my face for once to see if you can see it, and you can't, no matter what room and what light I have. But it's there, and you will see that in the slideshow pictures in January. But other than that, everything's pretty much staying. My body has started to change. I have lost a lot of my hip shape, and it's finally starting to even out. But in the same retrospect, I'm getting a lot more stomach fat, with the whole redistribute. I can't say that word. But with the body changes, my muscle mass has gone up. I have noticed that I am stronger physically. I can do a lot more things now than I could a year and 2 months ago. And that's without work, like working out. My voice has started getting what my father has, which is a rasp to it. I guess, I don't know, it's a weird sound. I constantly have to clear my throat because I am so low spoken, and that rasp makes it seem like I'm mumbling. I actually welcome it because I always hope to get a voice like my father's, where it's kind of raspy. So I don't mind that at all. Let's see. That music's gotta go. But I'm getting random hairs still that come across my chest and my back. The acne has actually stopped. I still use the Neutrogena wash. I guess it's not the face wash that you put it on a cotton ball and wash your face, but I also wash my face every day with hot water and soap and a loofah. Let's see. Other than that, there hasn't been any changes. But on a side note, this is something I haven't seen talked about a lot, and I've done research about it because I'm not the only one that has questions about it, so I'm going to talk about it. A few months ago, I had started noticing that after sex with my wife, that after orgasm, I would feel a cramp-like feeling. And I was like, what's this about? I started freaking out, thinking, what if I start spotting something wrong with me? I went online to look for stuff, and there was some things I could find through blogging, Tumblr, but nothing really went into detail. So I did talk to my doctor about it, and it is common among younger FTMs around the year and a half mark that after an orgasm is achieved, you will feel cramping. It's just due to your body changing. With trans men, we need to get our pap smears. We have a higher risk for ovarian cancers and things like that, and cramping can be a sign of that, but not necessarily. It's just if you're having the cramping after orgasm, whether it's self-play or with your partner, just get it looked at. It'll help you in the long run. The best thing to do, because these cramps were like stopping cramps. Like this hurts. So heat pad, ibuprofen, things like that can help. It went away. I can say it went away. It was just part of my body changing. Let's see. My doctor also has advised me to give blood at least twice a year, just to keep my red blood cell count down, just because the body's not pushing it out like it normally would. So keep that in mind also. Try and get your blood. If you can, try and donate blood. It actually was not available for me to donate blood about 10 months ago. 10 months to maybe a little longer than that. I wasn't able to give blood because of the testosterone, because of the transition, but it was recently changed that trans men can give blood. I can't say the same for gay trans men. For some reason, that still has not changed. If you're a gay male, you still can't give blood, which I don't agree with, but that's their thing. Let's see. Family changes. There's really nothing between my wife and I. We still have great love for each other, and she's still doing great with everything. She's always been real supportive, and that has not changed. Let's see. As far as her mom, I should say, her mom has done great with the transition. I see her mom a lot more than I see my parents. So her mom has actually done really well. Does not slip anymore, and I really appreciate it. As far as my parents, my dad recently kind of had a step. I can't say a step back, but he had an honest coming out with his feelings about my transition, and no, they weren't positive. He said it was kind of selfish. He's worried about my health, which means he's actually looked into it, which was a proud moment, but he found all the negative things to look at, the things that could happen that aren't happening right now. Being told that I'm selfish and things like that, but I had to sit there and say, if I'm selfish, then I'm okay with being selfish on this topic because of what I saw when I looked in the mirror, how much more confident I am now than I was then. Let's see. So other than that, and him really not appreciating or accepting it, he doesn't use pronouns if he doesn't have to, and he still calls me by my birth name, which is kind of fun when he's around my wife, because every chance she gets, he and Logan will always be used, and she makes sure that he hears it clearly. She's not doing it to be mean, she's just doing it to show support. My mother has moved forward. We actually lost a very close and dear family member to myself and to her and to my family. We lost my aunt and my baby cousin in a car accident, and it was a very hard time for me because of that scare of having to be around family that I haven't come out to, and not knowing the reaction, and knowing that there's always drama at a funeral, and hoping that it wasn't focused on me just because of how close I was to my aunt. I was very nervous to go, but the minute I got the call, I packed my things, got a hold of my brother, and I was gone. It turned out a lot better than I thought. My family didn't care, and if they did, they didn't show it. Everyone, and you have to remember my family on my mother's side, I have 7 uncles, and currently I have 2 aunts. I do have 3, it's just one's not with us anymore, so there's 11 of them. And all 7 uncles had no problem calling me Logan, and these are some uncles that I actually was raised with pretty close to. All of them had no problem with it. My aunts, one of them had a small issue, but she didn't care. My grandmother and things like that. I was Logan, I was he, and I was not a factor. We came together to grieve, and that's what it was. So it was a lot better than I thought, and I don't have to avoid my family on that side anymore. And as far as my mom, she took a step, and to family and friends, I was referred to as her son, Logan, and it made me very happy, and I was very proud of those moments of her. she slipped a few times with family, like my grandmother called me by my birth name, but you gotta give time. There is growth there, and I'm not going to punish her for the slips when she is growing. Let's see. Other issues would be I've noticed as a male I can get higher pay, I should say, and it's more likely of me getting hired than it was as a female. I have the same qualifications I did then. I mean, yes, I've had time. I've had a year and 10 months to gain skill as a male, but it's still pretty much the same resume, and I get called back 8 out of 10 times as a male than the 4 out of 10 times as a female, which is not right, and it opened my eyes to a lot of differences. And I now know that if I'm ever in a management role, I'm going to be a little bit more equal on that. Let's see. Chest surgery is still being discussed. We are actually currently wanting to move to Colorado, so my savings and things like that has stopped to fix up the house we are currently in to buy a new house out in Colorado. So Denver area, if there's anyone that watches from there, hopefully we can meet up and I can have a small community instead of going and not knowing anybody. I'm mainly doing it for a fresh start. I hate running into people that knew me in high school and have that moment of, like, you see it on their face of, do I know that person? I do, but no, I don't. And being that I don't have Facebook or any Twitter or anything like that, it's just an awkward situation when they come up and try and say hello. I just want a fresh start. I don't want to have to do any of that explaining or, oh crap, or anything like that. I want a fresh start in a new life, and that's mainly why we're moving. Other than that, this has been longer than I thought it was going to be, but I got to speak about the issues I wanted to. Let's see. I'm having issues with using STPs. I got one of the nipple ones that has the flaccid penis and the nipple with the holster or whatever, the harness, and I just can't use it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. If there's anyone that has any kind of help out there or any kind of products, please let me know. Email me, comment on here. We can find a way to meet up and talk about this through email, whatever. I need help with this. I would go down to the community center that is here for trans men, but I don't have the time to do that. So if you have any suggestions or advice on STPs, please let me know, because I have not used them, and it is, well, I tried to use it, it just doesn't work. I have no issues going to a stall in the bathroom because, as everyone knows at any point, it is a true thing that guys avoid each other in the bathroom. Eye contact, everything. You don't want to know that there's another male in that bathroom. But I could use help with that. Let's see. I can't really think of anything else as far as changes. I've noticed that I am a lot more confident in myself. I am a lot happier being me. I am a shy person. I used to fake it and be like the social butterfly that I could actually say that I lied a lot to be accepted back before my transition, and that was not positive for me. Now I don't have to lie. I don't find myself wanting to fit in. I'm fine being that kind of quiet, awkward person. Not awkward, I shouldn't say awkward, but I don't party a lot, and a lot of the people I work with do. So it's kind of like I am the out person, because I don't look to go and drink and get drunk. I'm a lot more content spending time at home, playing video games with my wife or hanging with the animals that we do have. We actually have an axolotl tank. If you don't know what that is, they're really cool animals. I don't see any. I think they're all in their hides, or I would show you. Axolotls are Mexican walking fish. They're like salamanders that live in the water. They look like they're little aliens. But other than that, I still have my 2 bearded dragons. His name's Guinness, and he's a hedgehog. And I have a dog and some betta fish. But other than that, I'm kind of rambling now, so I'm going to get off. And hopefully you guys will see the video in January. So until then, please leave any comments if you have anything for the SCPs. And also, I will leave a link on the cramps and stuff that I found. Maybe it'll be helpful if you don't have a regular physician. So until next time, YouTube.